Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a wonderful duck confit recipe that's just super crispy, fall off the bone tender, and it's paired with a refreshing crisp salad. So let's get started. First up, I'm going to chop up some herbs. Here I have some tarragon and some Italian flat leaf parsley. I'm just going to give these a rough chop and then transfer them to a medium-sized mixing bowl. Alright, so after the herbs are added to the bowl, I'm going to add some crushed garlic, followed by some crushed star anise, some fresh cracked black pepper, a generous helping of salt, and a little bit of granulated sugar, and you're going to give this a good mix with your hands or a mortar just to meld all of those flavorings into the salt and each other. Now you're going to add your duck legs to the curing salt and make sure to really rub in all those flavorings all over the duck legs. Then you're going to cover it with plastic or a towel and refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes. Alright, so once the duck is done curing, you're going to take it out of the fridge, give it a quick rinse under some cold water just to remove the majority of the salt, otherwise it'll just be way too salty once it's done cooking. Then you're going to place the duck legs into a 2 to 3 inch baking container, cover them all the way to the top with some duck fat. If you don't have that on hand, you can use canola oil or even rendered chicken fat. But once that's done, you're going to throw this into a 300-degree Fahrenheit oven for at least 2 hours, just until they get really nice and tender. Alright, so it's been just a little over the 2-hour mark, and I'm going to pull the duck legs out of the oven. They look absolutely fantastic, but I'm going to allow them to cool in the fat for at least an hour before I start messing with them. But once they are cool, you're just going to transfer them to a small plate. Make sure you take out that thigh bone because it just makes eating this dish so much easier without that. And then you're going to throw this into the fridge for at least an hour and a half so they become sturdy and you can sort of give them a shallow fry. Once the duck is lightly chilled, you're going to pull it out of the fridge and you're just going to give it a shallow fry in a small saute pan that's on medium to high heat with just a little bit more of that duck fat that you have on the actual duck legs. And you're just going to cook this for about 5 minutes on each side, but really the main point to keep in mind is to make sure that the skin is really crisp and that the duck leg is heated all the way through. In the meantime, I'm going to make a very simple and quick salad of watercress, shaved fennel, and a very simple whole grain mustard dressing. That's olive oil, some whole grain mustard, cherry vinegar, and just a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is going to be a very complimenting salad and the bed for our duck leg. Alright, so once the duck is super crispy and heated all the way through, you're going to take it out of the pan onto a dry paper towel just to blot off any of that excess grease. Then you're going to top that refreshing salad with one of the crispy duck legs and then dress the plate with just a little bit more of that mustard vinaigrette and enjoy. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. There you guys have it, some delicious duck confit. This looks amazing. I'm just super excited to dig in and tell you guys how I did and sort of what the dish tastes like and all the textures. So let me dive in and tell you guys how I did. All right, of course, the first thing is a duck confit has to have a nice little crispy skin. That's one of sort of the components or expectations that at least I have for a duck confit, and this looks amazingly crispy. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh my gosh, that sounds great. All right, so let me just dig in, and of course it has to be nice and tender as well. Oh my gosh, so amazing. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, it's like super shredded, really delicious. I gotta get some of that crispy skin. The skin is almost like a pork rind. It's like a natural, not a pork rind, but a duck rind, I guess. And it's just this really crispy, lightly fried, wonderfully rich texture. and pairing it with this little salad with fennel, watercress, and that mustard vinaigrette. I'm expecting it to be really good. Wow. That's just fantastic. The fatty duck, the nice cool crisp salad, it just works so well together. The crispy duck skin on top, it's just amazing. It's almost like a little chip. I wish I could have like a bag of these duck rinds, the crispy duck skin. The topping, the crispy topping on it and the flavor, this wonderful caramelized, crispy, rich flavor. And of course you have the shredded duck that's like right below it. And then of course it's all sort of perched on top of this cool salad. Wonderfully complementing flavors. Duck confit tends to be paired with things that are a little bit more rich, like a cherry sauce or you know, sweet gastriques, braised items, you know, potato gratins, things that are rich. But I really like to pair it with salads and things that are a little bit lighter, ingredients that'll cut through the fattiness of the duck. So very good dish. And wow. It's just ridiculous. This is a wonderful recipe. It really is one of those recipes that impresses a lot of folks, so you guys should try it out. And of course, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel, things you want to see me do, questions that you guys have, just leave it down in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And of course, I'll see you guys next time with another delicious recipe. Bye, everybody.